Good morning. Today is Thursday, August the 10th. The time right now in Singapore is 11:37 in the morning. Overnight, we still see market consolidating ahead of tonight's CPI numbers release, and this is going to be the highlight for the week itself. I do expect a bit of volatility going into the number. And just to recap, overnight we can see that the Dow Jones Industrial Average basis, the micro E-mini Dow futures has been trading basically sideways for this week up to this moment in time. And we can see the last trading price was 35,342, basically in mid price between the high of 35,600 and the low of 35,077. So basically the market right now is just waiting for the number to be released tonight. So I do expect some kind of volatility that I mentioned, but generally speaking, I do expect if there's going to be any upside, I think it will be probably be kept around 35,600. I'm a little bit biased to the downside. I still do believe that the market will probably trend to the downside with the primary target at 34,500 thereabout. In the S&P, we can see that the micro E-mini S&P 500 futures is also trading a little bit more to the downside than upside. If there's going to be any rebound, it's likely to be kept within 4,550 to 4,567 range, and my immediate target is at 4,411 thereabout. In the micro E-mini Nasdaq 100, prices has been coming down despite the Dow Jones holding in holding pattern. We can see overnight the Nasdaq 100 has been trading a little bit more to the downside, more than the other major indices. The low traded last time was 15,145 in the futures contract. Now it's getting very, very close to my original target here at 15,063 and a half to 15,127 and a quarter. So if there's going to be any upside, I do expect the prices between 15,440 to 15,531 to actually cap this round for the alternate target at 14,853 and a half. So I do have targets, and let's see what happens in the aftermath of the release of the CPI. Now this week is going to be crucial because we are so close to last week's low price, and if we do end the week on a very weak note below last week's lowest price, then the market is primed to trade to the downside in a very big way going into the balance of August. So do watch out for the closing tomorrow. And over in Asia, we can see that the Hang Seng has more or less returned back yesterday's gain. Yesterday we had a rally attempt, but the best it can do was 19,283 in the futures contract in the Hang Seng, and prices are still looking a little bit weak right now. I do expect market to dip into the 18,570 to 18,830 levels. So do watch out for another dip in the Hang Seng going forward. We have the Shanghai Composite Index basically still in holding water. The rally attempt has actually fizzled out after a high at 19,283, and prices are looking. This is the Shanghai Composite Index. We can see prices are currently trading below the pivot point, which I mentioned in many updates this week at 3,248. And prices, if it close below this line, is probably going to go down and test the 3,144.40. And in the Nikkei 225, we have a bit of a struggle. I just still believe that there's going to be a little bit more upside left, although the last attempt only managed 32,530 in the futures contract and the Nikkei. I do expect if the price do rally one more time, it should be capped at 32,570 to 32,780 range before it comes back down and take out the 31,660. I have a primary target here at 30,700 to 31,240. Okay, so do watch out for a rally attempt. If it fails, it will come back down again. And over in the dollar index, we can see dollar strength, it remains quite evident. But right now we are at the pivotal point in time. I do believe if we do see a price to take out this blue support line, although this is a very minor support line, but I do expect the price to come back down if it fail to hold at this blue line here, which is the near-term support. And if it does pull back down, I would think the next logical extension of this move is going to be 101.50 levels to as low as 101.30. So there's a possibility we can do a three-way pullback before the market stabilize and possibly rally into a new high beyond the 103 that we have seen so far. In the euro dollar, we can see the same thing, just a mirror image. You can see that the market has been trying to rally but has been kept below this near-term resistance line represented by this blue line. And if there's going to be a breach here, market has a possibility of extending higher to 110.60 to 110.90 levels before it unravels to the downside to take out 109.12. Sterling is basically in the same situation. We are expecting the price to actually hold around the current level of 126.90 to 127 before it attempts to rally. There are two possible areas in which it may rally to, but I think initial target is 128.60 to 129 levels. Okay, do watch out for this extended rally before it unravels. And in the Aussie market, we can see the prices has traded lower overnight to just under 0.65 before we see a bit of consolidation. If there's going to be further consolidation, upside potential is going to be kept just below this swing high here at 0.6609, okay, before the market goes down towards my target at 0.64 even. Dollar yen itself is a little bit of a difficult call because I've been calling for dollar yen to come off, but the dollar yen stays very elevated. In fact, it's challenging last week high at 143.90, and currently where we are right now, we are already there, 143.82. So it looks like the market want to go higher, but I think 145.07 will probably hold. Okay, and if that's the case, then I still see a possible pullback in the dollar yen itself. Dollar Canadian remains quite stable right now after a push to a new high for the month itself at 135, and then we see a pullback to 141.10 levels, and market will rebound back to 143 before it stabilizes. I think the downside is going to be more likely to be the case, so I still calling for a near-term pullback in the dollar. But again, the dollar has been very firm, so do watch out for any kind of eventualities. And over in crude oil, the crude oil has been very firm. New high again for this since April itself. You can see the high traded at $84.65 overnight. And unless the price do a bit of a 180-degree turn and close below $82.70, this near-term bullishness in energy markets might likely stay. I was hoping that there will be some reaction at $83.34, but there was none. The market actually wants to go higher. So the next thing, if you still, like me, do not want to buy anything above $80, then the best thing we can do is hope that there is going to be a retracement, and that can only be confirmed with a close below $82.70 in my opinion. And over in precious metal, we can see precious metal continue to slide, and this has given rise to the idea that possibly we're going to see more losses ahead. And overnight, I did mention if the price does give me a chance to get out, I should be able to get out, and I did. And I managed to scratch my long position with no losses. And if in the near term we get a bounce back to $1,928, I think that will be a price to get out, or even position short between the $1,927.40 to $1,936. So if this is the case, then I think there's a possibility the market may challenge the low here in July at $1,892.80. So there is that possibility of a challenge of the June low. And over in silver market, silver has been a lot more weaker than expected. I am still not able to get out on my long silver position because the market never really did rebound. So if you can see a rebound back to $23.18, I am more than happy to get out my long position and stand aside and wait, because the structure does suggest that over time it may actually challenge the June low of $22.11, and maybe even lower. My target here is $20.30 to $21.25 in the spot market. And over in Bitcoin, we can see that the Bitcoin has been struggling. The rally to $30,800 has frizzled out a little bit, but I'm still hopeful that the price may actually find some kind of accumulation around the 29,800 to 29,000, even 30,000. So if this price can actually hold, then the target remains at 31,785 for now. So let's watch how it behaves going into the CPI number released tonight. That's all I have for you for today. In the meantime, you take care, and I'll come back to you tomorrow with another update. Bye-bye. Take care.